a very, very good day, one and all. Welcome to another edition of that super duper califragilisticexpialidocious soul food show. That's right, courtesy of your boy DJ Val and our friends over there at the Mighty Ruach Radio DAB as we broadcast live around the capital city of London town. And of course, if you know it's the original show, we are also live on HOD Radio in Benin City in Nigeria. And of course, live on Sword FM's Drive Time. All over the place, right? Of course, gotta give props going out there to my Bishop John Anthony Francis, co-pastor Penny Francis, the visionaries and founders of my my own home church. Shouts going out there to the fourth official. He's making sure that I behave myself, but that's a really hard thing to do because I just have a propensity not to do those kind of things. If you want to get in contact with us, hit us on the also secret WhatsApp number +44 7960 219 366 to take you right through to the broadcasting suite. I have Miss Iffy Iwobi. She is going to be joining me in about 25 to 30 minutes. But in the meantime, in between time, get ready and stand by for action.
Hi. Wendy Walker, and you are listening to the Soul Food Show with DJ Val.
Yo, blessings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. This is your boy Diligence from Tampa, Florida. You are now listening to the Soul Food Gospel Show with my brother DJ Val. Salute.
Hi, it's your man, superstar, contemporary, Holy Ghost-filled gospel artist, Mr. T. Briggs, and you're listening to the Soulful Gospel Show with DJ Val, the best gospel show in the United Kingdom. Check it out.
Hey everyone, it's Keandra Lockett here, and you are listening to the Soul Food Gospel Show with DJ Val.
This is Lorraine Clark McGee, and you're listening to DJ Val on the Soul Food Show.
Wherever I am in the world, j'écoute le Soul Food Show avec DJ Val. C'est sur Ruach Radio. Ce show est fantastique, est incroyable. Un show à ne pas manquer, les amis. Allez, à bientôt. Ciao.
DJ Val, playing the finest and the best in what gospel has to offer you. I'm gonna say it again. DJ Val, playing the finest and the best in what gospel has to offer you.
DJ Val, playing the very best in gospel's finest and rarest grooves this side of the Mississippi.
DJ Val, playing music for your mind, body, and soul.
The UK's smoothest gospel station, playing the hits, the classics, and much, much more. Food Gospel Radio. The hits keep on coming, the beats keep on playing. We're in the mix 5x5 24/7.
So my praise flows like a river, burns like a fire.
DJ Val, music for your mind, body, and soul.
It all belongs to you. It belongs to you. Belongs to you. It belongs to you.
DJ Val, playing the very best in gospel's finest and rarest grooves this side of the Mississippi.
Yo, blessings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Pra Tudo pertence a ti. It belongs to you. Belongs to you.
Had to kick off with that one, the great Sarah Tabo. I think there's about 4 remixes to this song, man. It's got a little bit of Portuguese in it, man. I love this joint. Gotta give quick shouts going out there to everybody who's jumped on and joined us. Thank you for your WhatsApps and all the stuff that you do in the background. Shouts going out to Demi, Dial, Sungo P. Harry, Spiky John, OJ Simpson. And I gotta get a birthday straight out the gate here as well. Remember, for your shouts and dedications, I did say, you may tell me and I may do them. I am here at your command today. But special shouts going out there to Lady L. It is indeed her birthday today. Happy birthday, many happy returns. Because that's how we do it on this show, right? Straight out of Sarah Tabo, I've got some G. Harris all the way from Texas. It's a code red.
Everybody start ducking when the fiery darts come and angelic start to covering. Trying to spiritually keep on slapping me. I'm taking that subconscious trying to avoid making this rap free. The devil turns the fire, got an ounce to the higher. King Jesus on the throne, the cross is evidence why we fired up.
Hi, it's your man, superstar, contemporary, Holy Ghost filled gospel artist, Mr. T Bricks.
You left us in the woods to die. Now we're back to take over. Generation X millennials, double jointed bicentennials. 100 years suppression, still acting like we're prisoners. We ain't gonna put our hands up, blood of Jesus, damn your gun up. This king have a spirit, trying to keep us all in handcuffs.
Outside the fourth official, am I in charge now? Have you started your leave?
It's a hostage situation, that's hot. Cold bread, can't be tough out and police your own block. Cold bread, call on Jesus, or we all gon' get shot. Cold bread, kingdom type music, lays on your block. Cold bread, it's a hostage.
Gotta give props going out to my boy Jesse, New Diligence, all the way out there in Florida. I was looking for the comments, man. I didn't realize I didn't pull them up on the screen. Let's get down there to the fourth official. I'm in charge. Oh my goodness gracious me. I can change all the programming on Rack Radio. If you are listening by Rack Radio DAB, gotta give shouts going out there to you. It is the show that you wind down the windows and turn the music up real loud.
Now we got sanctification. Wanna get your mind on. Can't be nice no more. Never look for man decapitation. If it's iron sharpen iron, we gotta cut his ventilation. Like the twin towers collapsing when we face the spots of general. Big fire till I should've killed me when I was leaving. We done outrun our bullets. Now we're standing toe to toe with you. Got demon repellent in our tongues when we pray for you. It's a hostage situation. It's hot. Cold bread. Can't be tough out and police your own block. Cold bread. Call on Jesus, or we all gon' get shot. Cold bread. Kingdom type music, lays on your block. Cold bread. It's a hostage situation. It's hot. Cold bread. Can't be tough out and police your own block. Cold bread. Call on Jesus, or we all gon' get shot. Cold bread. Kingdom type music, lays on your block. I hear the sirens, it's a cold red. Tell me alone, it's a cold red. I hear the sirens, it's a cold red.
You better believe if you tuned in via HOD Radio in Benin City, you are in for a musical treat as always. Shouts going out there to... I was going to say something then and it completely slipped my mind. That's not great, is it? Station identification tells you you're logged into the original, some call it by far the very, very best soul food show out there. Alongside your boy DJ Val, the whole team over at soulfoodgospelradio.live as we collab. Get in the mix with our partner stations around the whole wide world. Talking of partner stations around the whole wide world, I've got to get shouts going out there to Tony D of the NAP New Artist Profile out there in America, United States.
No matter what you say,
he turned me on to MC Nice.
He's alright, man. He's alright.
And it was such a good switch, man. If you just joined us, good evening and of course, welcome.
When I wake up in the morning, everything is alright. I'm giving God the glory and the thanks for He is alright. I'm grateful by Your grace we can say. Alright, everything is alright. Everything is alright.
Why you believe? Why you kneel? God ain't real. Why you pray? Why you stay? What makes you feel like you feel when you feel? What makes it real?
very interesting. The guys in the studio here said, DJ Val, you're sounding loud and clear. The best you've ever sounded for a very long time. Not too sure about that. Let's get out to Olive and Alice DeVee. They indeed hold up my breakfast show over at soulfoodgospelradio.live. Super excited today. Got a young lady who is multi-talented. I am telling you, she's going to throw you a curveball and you're not going to be able to catch it. Alongside the mighty Shogs, Shoggy Shogs of SSTV. Shouts going out to Dave Paul as well of UGN Jams. I called that interview last week. What a great interview. If you missed it, you can watch it again, right? Go over there to SSTV, Shoggy Shogs TV on YouTube. You can watch the interview again. Dave Paul, Dave P, as he's known on the wireless. He is a pioneer and a legend when it comes to gospel radio. Don't get better than him, man. Two-Time Quartz tells me that we do not have, believe it or not, I don't have a record of the week. So you can blame it on the research team. They did not do their job, but sometimes it does happen. It just gives me an opportunity to play a little bit more music that I would want, right? And again, not saying that I don't want what they give. Before you start a war over here at Soul Food Gospel Studios.
This is G. Harris.
This is Prophetess Joanne Tyson.
This is Cynthia K. Anderson.
This is Alexia Curry.
This is Ike Moore from Unrestricted Praise.
And you are listening to the UK's smoothest gospel station for your mind, body, and your soul. You're tuned into DJ Val of Soul Food Gospel. Keep it locked. Keep it loaded. Don't go nowhere.
Should have checked your speakers on this one.
Listen. I ain't got no choice. Everywhere I go, I glisten. I ain't talking jewelry, but I shine because he's risen. Standing in the tunnel, sleeves rolling in the mission. Fund the opposition. Jesus in the center, and I stay in my position. He do all the running, now my life is in transition. This a new edition. I signed up for change, born again, don't need petitions. Tried to be a top boy, left the Bundesliga 2, turned me to a mock boy. Still had pride, tried to party like the rock boys. Riding out for mine, I wouldn't ride out in my convoy. Sin is so expensive and I couldn't pay the invoice. Hebrews 10:12 put my value up like Bitcoin. Took away my sin, Jesus washed me like a hot pint. I'm reaping what I sowed, cause I'm planted up in good soil. Turned me to a farmer, devil knows I'm here trying to cut me like a barber. Call out to the Lord, getting wrapped up like some shawarma. Worry about no karma, breastplate of righteousness.
Okay, here we go.
Walking in my purpose now, got the devil livid. Used to be existing, right now I'm fully living. I know my place in heaven in the villa like Grillish. God is in my Jesus, true religion. Now I'm living different. Devil's been in contact, hitting with a shimmy, trying to take me out like Vinny. Had to bring the shinnies onto new beginnings. Left them in the past, they're in the feelings.
Gotta give props going out to Funke. How far now? Unique Grace. Couldn't catch you at your
Visualize your presence is the meaning. Christian or religion.
theatre debut, but I hear it went well.
Listen, I'm on it till it's finished. Yeah, he really did this. So I'ma stay in service like the Misfits.
Quick props going out there to the team over there at All Nations TV. We are live on All Nations TV. Shouts going out there to my brother, Mr. Milton Wallace.
No quick fix.
As we get ready for it's award season, right?
Plenty empty.
Talking of awards, right? Oh.
Every time they open up their mouth, it's like they lip sync. No substance. Gotta check them or get taken out the rust.
Can I say it now? Do I have to wait? Can I say it now?
Posters can't trust these man to guard your soul, just know it'll cost ya. The world's sick, got a forex playing doctor. Acting like they care, but
I guess not.
An Oscar, acting faith and prosper. I got a win by force Diego Costa. I don't need no milk, no.
Still want to say it anyway.
I'm an okra. Keep my spirit fed, cause all the steps I take are spirit led. Gotta plan my steps ahead. Coming like a game of chess. That's why I can never dwell.
I struggle from not following what I should follow sometimes.
Saying that I'm worth it.
It's not that bad, honestly. It's not that bad. It's not that deep, I think. That's the saying, I would say. So your boy DJ Val taking you through the hot seat for the next hour and 45 on the wireless. We are live around London town, and of course our partner stations out there. Shouts going out to the team over there at, all the way over there in Texas, right? So shouts going out there to yeah, it was Throne Connections Bridging Network. It was Christlike's birthday the other day, so shouts going out there to my dear sister Christlike, Thomas B, Rika, Nadine, and the whole team out there at Throne Connections Bridging Network out there in is it Kentucky? I might have got it wrong. And a cool shouts going out to my dearest friend out there in Detroit, Motor City, Michigan, Angel of Melody International Radio Station, MZ Radio over here in the UK, Cornerstone Christian Radio, broadcasting out of Wales, which I guess is still in the UK, right? Wales is still in the UK. We'll have to check that with my guests. I'll check with my guests to make sure that Wales is still in the UK, because they don't speak the same language as us in Wales. And I know a lot of you out there probably know nothing about Wales, so you're going to get an education today. Little Miss Roni.
In the times when life becomes a fight.
Can't pronounce this song, but I think it's Nakula Nakucha. But that's not right, so don't listen to me.
Your promises are written in my heart to remind me your faithfulness is guaranteed for life. You fight for me when troubles come, and I'm grateful, Lord, for everything you've done. You're my protector, my defender, I'm holding on to forever. My protector, my defender, I'm holding on to forever. I can't let go, kule gacha, I'm holding on to forever. I can't let go, kule gacha, I'm holding on to forever. Forever, I'm holding on to forever. Forever, I'm holding on to forever. Forever, I'm holding on to forever.
Told you the title of the song is really hard to pronounce. When you do songs,
In the shadow,
think about the DJs that need to say them, right?
find rest and security.
It's an English song, so, you know.
You have always been by my side.
Shouts good out there to that boy Mass and all the team out there in Zambia.
Till the end.
Paul Payne 837.
Never be in your light.
Radical Stevie Glory. I know you guys use your titles in a lot of your songs, so a lot of your language, yeah?
Hey. You're my protector, my defender.
So a word on the street, gotta say this and say it loud and proud. Our bishop is celebrating 40 years of being in ministry, 25 years of being a bishop. And we are having a celebration. So if you're listening to Ruach Radio has been running for 10 years. So we built up some listeners over those years. So you may have spread out across, around the whole wide world. Because, apart from being on DAB, we do broadcast at www.ruachradio.com, which goes around the whole wide world. You see, you didn't know that's what www stood for. Whole wide world. You didn't know that, did you? Right, so please join us at our Ruach City Church Kilburn location, 6:30. I think doors open about 6 o'clock. It is going to be an absolute fantastic time. Lots of people are turning up there. Lots of surprises. We're just going to celebrate someone who has been an institution in UK Christendom for 40 odd years, probably even longer than that. But I remember it was what our bishop did and how he reached out to me then as a young black man that attracted me to Christ, and then the rest was for me to work out my own salvation, right? But I'm not too sure if I would have got saved if I went anywhere else, and I just want to be serious about that. But walking through those big blue doors at Brixton always brings back memories of great joy. I'm glad that I made that choice. We shall be right back. I gotta press a button somewhere and I'm thinking of where that button is.
What song is this?
You haven't heard this song?
Nah. What's it called?
It's called Mighty by Eden Music.
Jeez. Okay. Really.
Eden Music's upcoming release, Mighty, embodies a neo-soul feel, encouraging the listener to keep their head held high and have faith throughout challenges they may face.
Oh, that sounds incredible. When's it out?
The song's out on the 1st of March and will be available on all streaming platforms. Follow Eden Music Global on our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Eden Music Global and at Eden Music on Spotify.
Soul Food Gospel, the home of great Christian entertainment, are proud to make the following announcement. We have become very proud sponsors of the Shoggy Shogs TV show. For more information about Soul Food Gospel and all that we do, you can check out our website at www.soulfoodgospel.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
I don't think you know what you do when you walk into the room. Oh my God, I lose my cool.
By 5 24/7.
Nobody's gonna give you good life.
I know you like it.
Talking to Paul Payne 837.
You free house.
I'm such.
I didn't prepare the show today, so I would like to take, I can't take credit for that.
You gotta work.
Love this song, this jam.
What the money? Me my dry jokes funny. I wanna get a new Colombo. Nitro seko na mboyo. No kacha munumba yanga. Na mukazi wanya.
So you see, now with this one, you can put you can put a title like UKA.
You sleeping?
See, that's what it's called. UKA.
No sweetie, no sweaty. We walala washala, walala washala, walala washala, we no trouble, no money, you sleeping on money, we walala washala, walala washala, walala washala. Nobody's gonna give you good life. Nobody's gonna give you free house. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. Amai anafa musanga. Abanja na wewe batamba. Ukamba vichani muzanga. Umoyo na wewe wamanga. Mieseko chani vaganga. Botaniza vama vipanga. Banatila.
Get pros get out to my friend out there.
You counting your blessings. I'm counting misfortune every day worse.
New Diligence. I am waiting. I've not done what I need to do. New Diligence. Once I do it,
your blessings.
All of a sudden, you're gonna see the black and gold, baby. The black and gold.
It's so good, and I'm not related.
He's enjoying the show. If you're enjoying the show, why don't you let me know? Sometimes I think I do a really poor job of entertaining you, and that's what I'm here to do, right? I didn't come to preach. I didn't come to teach. I just want to give you some great music, some great conversation. So I can be that home of great Christian entertainment. That's what it says. It says Soul Food Gospel, the home of great Christian entertainment. We've got all kinds of shows on this show, man, on this Soul Food Gospel Radio. A whole lot of stuff. Go check us out. www.soulfoodgospelradio.live. We'll take you right through to the 24-hour streaming solution run by my twin brother, the other DJ Val. He looks just like me, but his nose is just a little bit longer. Go God bless you. Thank you so much indeed, Diligence. I remember Jesse said, I can tell you love doing what you're doing. I said, you better believe I do. Oh my goodness gracious me. If only you guys knew, man. If only you guys. I'll tell you what, let's move outside Paul Payne. Got something brand spanking new by my boy Limo Blaze. It's gonna be a pretty day.
The sun is shining, it's a new day. Gotta be grateful in every way. The birds are singing, it's a pretty song. Feels like a day to get my cruise on. Oh, you gotta love this feeling. Prove there's someone to believe in. Don't let the weight on your shoulder control ya. Me, I could do less and nothing. Won't let the negativity control me. I'm making my attitude a choice now. Today I choose joy.
Inside.
You're listening to the Smooth Groove Gospel Soul Food Station with your host, DJ Val.
Days that I cried in the rain, days that I drown in the pain now.
That's a great track, right? I'm just wondering whether or not I can squeeze one more in. I'm going to try and be cheeky. I'm going to squeeze one more in for you guys out there, All Nations TV. You have to leave us because you're part of the first half, right? So we have a middle half and then we have a last half. It is a show made up of 3 halves, which means we are a mathematical conundrum, impossibility, and a quandary. Ooh, those are big words. Outside the 4th official, what are you going to pack back? What are you going to bring back in your suitcase for me? I'm thinking something that, you know, your boy DJ Val would appreciate, right? That's your boy Limo Blaze featuring Madison Ryan Ward. Lots of little collabs on Instagram, on TikTok, with this song. It's got a nice beat to it, hasn't it? Shouts going out to the boy called Limo Blaze. If you're in town in the Elstree area and you want to come and join us on the show, I'd love to have you.
We need to repent of our sin.
Gonna use this one to sign out of the first half. Right after we do this, we take a slight pause for the calls. We're probably gonna do our inspirational piece. And then my guest is gonna be with me.
Do that. We can.
Oh, she may be with us sooner than we think. Let's do this one. Color Star. Geezers Need the Gospel. Nice one to sign out there for All Nations TV. You might need to do some translation, DJ Val. What's a geezer?
Geezers need the gospel.
Keep it stuck, keep it sticked. We will be right back.
Geezers need the gospel. Geezers need the gospel. Ladies need it too. Beat around the bush, mate. The people need the truth. If your house is burning down, I jump right in and hurl you out. Why would I not tell you what the flames could really do? Gospel in the Koine Greek comes from Evangelion. We gotta spread the message of salvation out to everyone. What do you think about it? I ain't here to shoot you down. I'd really love to tell you what the gospel news is really about. It's really about the Alpha and Omega, from the family tree of David that was sent to be a saviour. Way back in Genesis, he said I'll put an end to this by stepping on the neck of the nemesis in the New Testament. The old one's the roadmap to him as king. He who had never sinned became sin and settled things. He said you only enter in if you lay your life down for me. One way to heaven, mate, the cross up there on Calvary. Wait, where you gone? Jesus need the gospel, yeah. 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 Yeah, look. Jesus need the gospel. Alright, mate, here I got some good news that the Most High came in flesh to make us new. For the system that we grew in is corrupt and confused, got us living in rebellion to the way of the truth. Now you're talking a zoo, trying to find an escape. Bum Babylon, but Babylon, you're tied to the estate. Still enslaved, the pride of your eyes clouding each face. If you only knew, he
you pursue, you'll find a place that you've always been looking for. The kingdom of love is more empowered by the ancient Holy Spirit. Is creative force included to purpose. Your promise placed with the prophecies. Mad, I was raving and matters don't know the plan is to restore humanity, replenish the planet. I heard that man are aiming to relocate in a panic, but the realist is coming with more power than finance to gain sight. And no lie, fulfill the damage, it's a mad thing.
Yeah, Jesus needs the gospel, mate, because without it.
One of the things I initially learned about my now father-in-law is that he's always going to talk about complacency. Don't become complacent. You can't let complacency get in the way. It was because of him that I really began to look at that word with fresh eyes. If you don't already know, complacency is described as a feeling of smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievements. Sounds familiar to anyone? Here's where I'm at. When we allow ourselves to fall into a complacent mindset or being, our lives and the things we've been assigned over run the risk of falling away and potentially dying. In today's scripture in Proverbs 1:32 and 33, it reads, "For the simple are killed by their turning away, and the complacency of fools destroys them." With life happening all around us, I think it can become easy for us to grow comfortable in our daily walk. If we're not careful, we can become easy targets for the enemy, distracting us from our life's assignments and even causing us to inadvertently become disobedient. I think about Jesus and his lack of complacency and his mission to show love to us. He was determined to make it to the cross for the redemption of our world. He was relentless in his pursuit. I want that same tenacity for all of us. Here are a few things we can do to help achieve that. We can understand that everything won't fall in our laps. We have to put forth effort in whatever we do. Second, we can find ways to recharge our batteries and revisit our vision and our why. And lastly, we can know where our help comes from. God is the source of our strength and focus, and with him, anything is possible.
So while we wait for our guest who is getting ready in the green room, I want to do this really special track by Voke.
Running through my bloodstream.
Featuring Bang Boy.
Running, chasing lost street.
And Latia B. It's all to do with sickle cell anemia. And word on the street is Voke is going to be with us, hopefully with her brother, to talk all about this track.
Just right. Now a regular guest in my mind. And I scrape all the energy in me to kick him out one last time. I hope by crawling through forests of doubt. I know God's gonna work it all out. Yet here in the waiting, I'm praying for strength to keep standing.
I will put my trust in you. No matter the pain I feel, you've always been good to me. I will put my trust in you. And sing through the rain with my head lifted high. Safe and secure, cause you're holding my life. I will put my trust in you. Lord, I will trust in you. Trust in you. Trust in you. Trust in you. Trust in you.
Feeling the pain in my neck. Ambulance comes to collect. A&E is like the worst dream. Now I'm feeling the pain in my chest. Follow the protocol. Doctors are speaking in monotone. Nurses are humming a homophone like the pain that I feel is anonymous. They do it to all of us. With all medication enable us. Addicts who just want an opioid, so they treat sickle cell like it's dangerous. The pain in my scapula is heading for tibia and fibula. I place my faith on the wrong PILL instead of God's will.
I will put my trust in you. No matter the pain I feel, you've always been good to me. I will put my trust in you.
I said this song is all to do with sickle cell awareness.
In my head lifted high, safe and secure, cause you're holding my life. I will put my trust.
You know, Miss Voke can do no wrong on my show, you know. She's got a great voice, hasn't she?
Trust in you. Trust in you. Trust in you.
So that one is available for you to download and stream in all your usual streaming places.
This now, rocking the hard place. Wondering how do I fight this now? Leaning on God's grace.
Gotta give quick shouts going out to the team over there at Lifecom Radio and of course team LCBN Radio too. LCBN TV actually.
Trust in you.
I don't know, how could we get that wrong, right?
Put my trust in you.
Oh dear, if you are celebrating your birthday or there is something worthy of praise, do let your boy know. We said a quick birthday shout going out there to Lady L, one of our long time listeners and supporters of the show. Thank you so much indeed. Shouts going out there to Mummy Reed as well.
Trust in you. Trust in you.
Gotta say quick happy birthday going out there to my brother-in-law Emmanuel. It was his birthday. Shouts going out there to the kids Elise and Elisha as well. It's their birthdays too.
Trust in you.
Went to a kids party in a beautiful school hall actually.
Trust in you.
It's funny how some things just stay in your mind, right? Let's do SKY. This is Sky featuring Phil J. Made Away.
You're listening to the Smooth Groove Gospel Soul Food Station with your host, DJ Val.
Living out my dream, never planned it. God saw fit to bless me through the madness. To the altar, I was damaged, but turn my life around, no more struggle, I ain't playing with it. From broken promises to a life of living good. God making way that I knew I never could. Without him, I'm a mess, but with him, I'm finally good.
Big tune.
Every moment, pleasure, pain, I've been through it. Look how he turn it around. Smiling so much, I can't I'ma come through in the drought. Yeah. Any emotions only hinder your blessings. Yeah. Favor imported, money come when you let it. Yeah. Love is what it does, so I'm quick to show it. And point people to heaven so God get the glory. Memories of his mercy cover me with his grace. For the rest of my life, forever chasing faith. For the rest of my life.
Hey, this is Chevelle Franklin, and you're listening to DJ Val.
You deserve all of me.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Your love never changes. God made a way, yeah. No, I'm not the same, no. No, I'm not the same no more. God gave me a vision that can change my soul. More opportunity to help in danger zone. Pursue all of the law, that's a major role. I came out of myself and saw the light now. Hear my future looking more bright now. The word in me so I never back down. The enemy about to get the smack down. This how we act now. Time to hop on board when your life ain't working out. Put my faith in God, you can see it working out. See how he turn around everything I used to doubt.
Alright, some good news.
For the rest of my life, I give you my time. Every part of me.
That was really bizarre actually. I've never had that happen before. I do have my guest. She is with us. For a moment I thought I lost her, but she's here. Alright, so without further ado, we're just gonna go straight to her. She's going, oh my God. I have no idea what happened there, but let's see if we can publish live and then we will then have you on with us. Hello, Miss Iffy. Can you hear us?
Hello, DJ Val. It's great to be on the show. Yes.
we arrive on
am
Soul Food Gospel Radio.
You are. Well, you can come back again. You know, I like you.
I like you too.
You can come back again. Oh, look at that! Saying all the right. We could do some jingles with you and stuff. We do a classical jingle or something really, really ostentatious. You know, something really great. I do apologize, right? So I had you in the green room, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder what's going on there. But I had to reset my thingamajiggy, and then all of a sudden you've been there. You've been there patiently waiting in the wings. So that's kind of like throw me all out of kilter now. So I'm going to have to press some more buttons just to try and make sure that I'm good. But how have you been in the meantime while we do what we need to do?
Yes, I'm great. It's wonderful to be on Soul Food Gospel Radio. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to tonight, having a chat and having a good time with you.
Well, that's pretty much guaranteed, you know. I'm a good time guy. I like to have a good time, you know. Anyone that comes on here, they will absolutely tell you that it's all about the guests and just having a really comfortable time. But thank you so much, Adida. Thank you for being so gracious as well while you waited. So let's do the introduction, because normally I don't. I get people to tell us a bit about themselves, but I was so intrigued by your bio, so I'm going to attempt to, you know, put on my best accent, right, which is, you know, not really there at all, but and we'll do a little bit of an introduction, so we won't worry too much about time. You've been given extra grace because of the slight hiccup with the time in there. But my guest today is none other than Miss Iffy Iwobi. She's not an MBE, she's not a CBE, she's not an OBE yet. Okay, we'll just put that there. She's not that yet. She's a Swansea-born classical contemporary pianist. Iffy Iwobi is a BBC Radio Wales Welsh A-list artist. So this is a whole nother category that we're moving in, right? And just to make things a little bit more difficult for all of you that are listening, right? She studied music and performance at Brunel University in Uxbridge. I know that's right because I'm reading it. And Iffy has performed around Wales, in the Wales Millennium Centre, the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, National Museums of Wales, and has also held recitals in London, Nigeria, and Ohio. That sounds really good.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about today. Iffy composes and co-produces her own original works with featured vocalist. She's the first Welsh Nigerian. I've never met a Welsh Nigerian.
Oh, okay. So we're quite a minority over here.
You are my first Welsh Nigerian musician. No, just first Welsh Nigerian apart from musician. You're the first Welsh Nigerian I've met.
Oh, that's incredible. Really, yeah. Point
there you go. And you're the first one to have 8 consecutive A-list tracks on BBC Radio Wales. Releases have included Flying High, her album Illuminate, the EP Bossing It, solo featuring Luna, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on again. And I've got to thank Bim straight out the gate here, because he introduced me to your music. So I think the last album or EP was Change, is that right?
Yeah. I mean, the last album was Better Than That. So yeah.
Yeah, Better Than That. Sorry, Better Than That. Yep.
No worries. Yeah, it was released on iTunes, Spotify, all these good things. That was in April 2022. And yeah, it's a blast. I feature tons of vocalists from around the world, from America, Europe, Nigeria. And yeah, if you don't know it, check it out. Let me know what you think.
Well, I know it. I've listened to it, and it's all of those tracks. They all form part of our general rotation on the station, so it all goes in there. So that's
very much. And big up to Bim for the intro. Thank you.
Yeah. He did a fantastic job. And you know, when he said there's an opportunity, I kind of like really bit his hand off to say, all right, let's have a. Before she changes her mind, but no. But listen, on a serious note, right? So you are a classically trained pianist and musician. Yeah. So tell us about that journey on its own.
Okay, I'll tell you all about the story. So, so when I was young, at around 18 months old, my parents saw that I was drawn to the piano, and I would go about making tinkering around the keys and making melodies and riffs. And they were like, she's always drawn, hey, an 18-month-old baby, we can't keep her off it. So they said, we need to invest in this. Typical Nigerian parents, they're not usually want to be drawn to music, be a doctor, be a dentist or something, one of these high-paying, high-profile jobs. So my parents were different. They were a bit more versatile, a bit more, encourage the children what they want to do and their passion, and we support that, whatever it is, So it was 18 months old, and then from there, 7, I had my piano lessons in Swansea. So it was with my first piano teacher, Carol Morgan. I did something called the grades. Are you aware with the grades, like graded 1, 2, 3, 4 in classical music?
Absolutely. So, I know nothing about what you're saying. I'm just in awe already, so it's okay.
Basically, it's about studies. You perform these pieces to an examiner, and they judge on your performance, on your technique, and so on. So I got up to grade 8, which is the highest one. And the classical training was fundamental to how I perform as a performer now, because it teaches you how to, the proper technique. You should curve your fingers when playing the piano. You shouldn't play with flat fingers. Otherwise, it's not good technique, and you need to be flexible. Yes, exactly like that. Exactly. And free with your arms, and sitting comfortably, ready to perform, and something called scales, where you have to warm up and from bottom to top play around 8 notes of the scale. So for example, like a C major, all the white notes you have to play with the good technique and so on. It's a great opportunity to really fundamental thing to show your technique, that your technique is up top.
Wow.
So
I just feel so enlightened just listening to you right now. It just sounds so difficult. Everything you just said just sounds so difficult. I know you tried to make it really easy, and it's good, right, for our audience, but that was just so
it requires a lot of practice and time, and a few hours a day to get to the stage where
hours a day, hours, not like I'll do a quick 30 minutes before I nip off somewhere. This is like hours.
Yes, it's like you do your warm-ups, you do your scales, you do your technical ability pieces, then you move on to the pieces practicing. Now practicing the pieces is a whole other different concept, because the classical pieces, they put in front of you with the manuscript, but it's not just playing through a piece and that's practice. Practice is about those difficult parts in whatever area you're in. Music, for me it's music, it's practicing those repeating those parts with the correct technique, the correct notes, until they are spot on. And I can tell you, by repeating and repeating it, you get those sections, and that's how you do not make the mistakes in the performance.
So what's your hardest piece that you've had to do, the one that challenged you the most?
That's a good shout. I mean, in university there was a classical contemporary piece, what was it called, Dawn Over Sunset, and that was quite challenging. It required a lot of time and just prep and going over. There were quite a few difficult sections, so it needed quite a bit of time to get those right.
Okay.
But that was quite difficult.
Okay. And what's your favorite piece? If you just say a classical piece that you perform, what's your favorite one that you've enjoyed?
Ooh, favorite one. Oh, you're getting all the right questions. I would say a favorite one is Poulenc Sonata for 2 hands, and that's something called a duet, where you play with another pianist. And so you play with another pianist and perform together. And Sonata for Two Hands is a great piece, so they should check it out. You know, the audience, if you like, if you're.
You may have scared some people. I'll be honest with you, but I'm just. But
honestly, and yes.
No. Go.
No, I was going to say, for those classical music, you know, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Just put in the work, put in the effort, and yeah, you're sure to go far with it.
I tell you what, this is not a question that's on the list. I don't have a list of questions, by the way. So
nice.
I find you're really like out there, kind of larger than life, and you wouldn't think that of somebody who is classically trained. It seemed to be a little bit more, you know, hold it in, more.
Demure. So totally. Well, I think it's important to, be bold and be confident in who you are as a performer and what you do, and, have that confidence. And that sometimes for classical musicians, like you say, it's quite demure, but they are confident in that. But like for me, it's just like, yeah, this is me, take it or leave it. And I just want to give you a good show,
So, and I believe you. We'll show you some. We've got some clips of you anyway doing some stuff. So that will, people will really see another side of you. But before we kind of like get into the whole contemporary sound and everything like that, so we were talking a little bit beforehand, and the first thing that jumps out to me when anyone goes over to your website is this collaboration that you did with the Royal Air Force. Tell us a bit about that.
Sure. So that came about. That was fascinating, actually. On social media, it's a great thing to be able to put your work out there and put your ideas to the world. So I uploaded Flying High. That was written in university, actually. I studied at Brunel University in London, where I did music performance. And I wrote that piece as one of my practice pieces in university. And the teacher actually graded it like an A star. I was like, wow, that's incredible. So maybe, I want to invest in this. And from there, kind of really got it down and uploaded it on Instagram and the socials.
Yeah.
And Royal Air Force, well, it was great because I performed it in one performance in Cardiff at the Senate. That was a few years ago now. And one of the RAF people, the kind of communications officer came up to me and they were like, this is fantastic, in the audience. They were like, wow, this is so Flying High. I just love the riffs. I love the way it was performed. And they were like, we have an opportunity for you. Would you like to work with our orchestra? Right then on the spot, it was like, oh my goodness, DJ Val, it was unreal. It was unreal, So I was like, of course, we got, over email communication introduced to the conductor of the Royal Air Force in Northolt. And he listened to the piece as well. He was recommended it, and he was like, this is fantastic. We need to get you collaborating with us. So it happened. I went to Northolt in November 2020. It was a few years ago now, 2022 or 21. And I walked in, I remember DJ Val, and they were playing their parts, the whole orchestra. The strings were playing their parts that, I were arranged. The horns were warming up. And when I came in, they just suddenly stood up and kind of gave a round of applause, like Iffy is here, the arranger of the piece, and it was an unreal moment. It was so surreal to hear what was in your head come to life.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. We rehearsed. We did one rehearsal, and then we got the video of it. It was filmed, and it was just an unforgettable moment that I will always remember.
You know, you took us there on that journey. You know that, right? We were there with you.
Yeah.
On that
really?
journey. Yeah. While you were saying you took us there. You took us there.
Oh my goodness! You know, I came with my manager as well. We just started. It was quite emotional as well. From preparing all that, hearing all that, and in your head and in real life, it was surreal. Yeah.
You see that, so that's given that song "Flying High" a whole new, different thing for me, because we know it and we play it, but it was composed by you. So is there a difference between composing and arranging? Is there a difference?
Oh, that's a good question. There is actually. Yeah. So composing is when it originally comes from you, and that's your own idea, nothing else, yourself composing. Yes. Arranging, it could be, it could be someone else's, and you arrange those parts to fit in a piece. But I compose, but I also arrange the parts, like the string parts, because the arranging of the parts of the string, to fit in, and the horns and the percussion. Yeah, so it was a composition, but also kind of written by myself. Not really arranged, I'd say written. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all. No, not bad at all. I have to say, this is just this is like a musical 101 for me. You know, I love music, and the classical side of things. I mentioned, I think on another interview, that my dad loved classical music, so he always had classical playing. I didn't go down that road, but I know that's kind of like where my love for music really kind of stemmed from, and it's just so great hearing you talking about it and giving us an education, but we're also, there's some energy there that we're just being sucked in as well. If I was a few years younger, I might have just said to myself, you know what, let me have a go at a bit of composing. And
it's never too late, DJ Val.
I don't know, Iffy, come on, man, look at me now. I've been spoiled by this digital age where I press buttons and music just happens, and there's guys like you.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I want to give a quick shout out because there's a couple of people that jumped on the stream as well. Yeah. So shouts going out there to Unique Grace. She jumped on. She says she absolutely loves you, boo. Yeah, another great artist as well. Got a friend of mine out there in Florida as well. New Diligence from His Will Records. He is on as well. Plus all the other people that hide behind what we call the privacy glass. Like they can come out and leave all these comments afterwards, but they don't say anything while the live show is on. But it's cool.
Oh, hello everyone.
It's all right. We're not mad at you. We're just really, really happy. I got a question for you. Do you think in your, well, I think that is the case actually. Let's talk about your move into more of contemporary music, and how that happened as well. I was going to ask a question like, does your Nigerian background influence that? But I'm guessing listening to the music,
big time. Oh, DJ Val, it's like huge to who I am. Like, without the Nigerian heritage, I wouldn't be like how I am as a performer, and the rhythm. Rhythm is key to our music, so it's like I'm quite rhythmic, and it's key. So talking about that contemporary move, I've always had it, even when I was young. So even when, like, with the classical grades, I still played little riffs that I made up, but they were quite contemporary, and I really focused on the Nigerian, the R&B, Afrobeat parts when I was early, early 20s, after university, And it was really prevalent in lockdown, where a lack of gigs and stuff, it was really hard to make income. It was just quite a dark, difficult time. And my manager said, go back, to your Nigerian heritage. Maybe you could get inspiration from there and bring something great. So do you know the piece Thinking About You? I worked with Jimmy Abdul's on that. Now that was my first A-list piece, and and that was Nigerian Afrobeat style. And Jimmy, he's worked with like Oxlade, and he knows Davido and all these sorts of Afrobeat giants in Nigeria. So I reached out to him. I made the beat and so on. And he's like a blue tick and everything. So take a chance and all that. Like, if you don't take a chance, no one's gonna do it for you. You need to push yourself to where you want to be. So I sent him a message, and it was like, hey, I made this beat. It's Afrobeat, R&B, Nigerian inspired. Would you be up for doing Vox on it? And he actually responded. I was like, wow.
Okay, now.
Yeah. So he was like, okay, let's hear it. Let my manager be there. So we had a phone call with the Jimmy Abduls. It was incredible. He listened to it. He's like, have you been doing Afrobeat for a while? Because this was the first one I tried in the genre, making the beat. He was like, this sounds so authentic, and it's like you've been living in Nigeria, but you're Welsh Nigerian. How does that? But he liked it, and we collab. Well, no, it was my track, and I invited him for the Vox on it. So he did Vox. We did it in a week. He sent his stem from Nigeria, and I was in Wales. We worked kind of over, online, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was made within a week, that track.
Wow. That is.
Yeah, and that Nigerian, influence really carried on from there. Yeah.
Lockdown just birthed, I think a lot of things came up through lockdown, and the whole idea that we can collab with people much easier. Before you'd have to go into a studio or fly over somewhere and then be able to go and do stuff. But it just really made things so much easier. Got to give quick shouts to going out there to so this show, you don't know, but this show goes out on another partner station of mine, which is called Throne Connections Bridging Network, and the owner of Throne Connection Bridging Network just came on to say hello. So I want to say hi going out to Christ-like. She's really busy, but for her to jump on, that means you're in radio royalty land now.
Thank you very much for coming online. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining.
That's brilliant. So let's talk. So we've got new EP out, Identity, right?
Yes, that's coming up June the 30th. So for the audience, I don't sing, but just again, I'm a bit like, do you know, like producers Clean Bandit, Benny Blanco, I think DJs, like DJs, but it's like a female, one person doing it all.
Yeah. That's you.
And I'm directing the vocals and so on. So all of it, kind of musical director. And it's so exciting. Identity's coming out 30th of June. So it's going to be a blast. I'm so excited for this one. I mean, I worked with a Nigerian artist, Mace.
Yep.
And European artists, English, from London, from America. It's a blast. I hope you like the tracks. It's really exciting.
I am privileged to listen to them, and I must say, Iffy, when DJ Val says they're cool, they are cool.
Oh wow! I feel honored to.
Yeah, they are cool. It's really difficult for me to pick out one that I like the best. I think I just need to keep listening to them, and sometimes you know how music is. At particular seasons, things will jump in a little bit more than others. But I think for me, it's just listening to who you are, and then this music that comes out isn't belying of the classically trained Welsh, Nigerian, performer stroke composer stroke arranger. It's just
it's fundamentals. It gave the techniques to be able to do this next step of contemporary, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Right, so I tell you what, rather than people wonder, we're going to play the track. Okay,
cool.
So we don't have a video to it, but we can watch a little loop that's going on there, a little bit of VP that's going on there. But I just want to play the track for everyone to. So The Way You Move, right, is the one we're going to play, right?
Way You Move, featuring Mate from Nigeria. It's a kind of bop where you can get up and dance, and that African Nigerian feel. I wanted to pay homage to my culture, so that's how it is. Yeah,
all
Way
right.
You Move.
Here it comes.
It's been a couple of weeks, couple of days, couple of hours to hear from you. And I'm wondering if you love me. Take your time, baby. I'm gonna take your time. If you really don't want this, then you got to go. I don't think you know what you do when you walk into the room. Oh my God, I lose my cool. And now you, where we want, baby. The way you move, where you talk, got it falling for you, darling. You never seem to notice. Girl, I'm drowning and only you can save me now. Girl, I die for you. Swear down, no they lie to you. To them other guys say they be the one for you, but my life be the one that is right for you. So tell me it's you worth it, 'cause I think you worth it. So if you call me any second, I'll be there. I don't think you know what you do when you walk into the room. Oh my God, I lose my cool, yeah. Like you, where me want, baby. The way you move, where you talk, got me falling for you, darling. You never seem to notice. Girl, I'm drowning and only you can save me now. Like you, where me want, baby. Where you move, where you talk, got me falling for you.
Okay, and there you go, folks. You can see what I'm saying, right? And the other tracks are just as there's no classical stuff on here, but as you said, it's interesting because the fundamentals, right, are what you use to produce your music, but the sound is just sound. Great.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, the fundamental, honestly, without that training of like what I was even learnt in school and university of like the sections there's techniques, right?
Yeah.
They're like you want to make sure that each little bit that it touches the hearts of the listeners somehow. Yeah. And you don't want too much in your compositions. You want a little bit of keep it as plain and simple as possible and then just kind of with the techniques, I guess. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think back to my training back in the day. But it's like the key, I'd say. And those motifs, because I can write the sheet music as well. Yeah. So kind of repeated motifs so that they stick in the minds of the listener, and they got to be catchy as well and not too overcomplicated.
See, you just taking us to school again, Iffy. I just. My friend Christlike said she's loving the sound as well, and she just said big up to me for making sure that I get guys like you onto the show. So, because I tell you what it is, right? And this is, I think, what really piqued my interest, because we get a lot of people that are musicians. We get a lot of people that, but we don't get very many that are actually classically trained. And are still doing it. Most do it and then they depart and they go somewhere else. But you're still working with that whole idea of compositions and arrangement and things like that as well as having this great kind of like pop music career as well.
Oh my gosh, honestly, like, oh wow, it's just such a vibe, the classical. Like I say, it's just my foundation. But then I've always been inspired by different sounds, different vibes, different motifs that the contemporary guys do, because they're in it and they're doing it really well. So yeah, it's just a vibe.
It sure is a vibe, and we know that's all available to stream as of the 30th of June. So all depending on when and how you're watching it, you don't have too long to wait if if you're watching this live and you're a little bit further ahead. If you had the opportunity, and I know this is a question you probably get asked a lot, if you had the opportunity to collaborate with an artist, who would be the one that, you know, if you know, someone said, right, choose one and we're going to make it happen, who would it be?
Gosh, that's a great question. And honestly, the person I thought, like, there's so many that are doing it and doing it well. But I would love, like, Beyonce. Honestly, I'm going to put it, like a big goal. Beyonce, Ed Sheeran, DJ, you know. I would say, who else would I think of? Gosh, there's so many. But Clean Bandit, of course, that are my inspiration. That listen to them. They're doing exactly, you know, like I'm doing what similar to them. Like they produce all the music and do the vocalist. But also Rihanna. Yeah.
Wow. That's a huge list, you know. And imagine if all of them turned up and said, we're ready for you.
Oh my God.
You know, dreams do come true, you know. We're people of faith, so you never know how things work. Because I think what you're doing is going to catch somebody's eye. It's going to catch somebody's ear at some point. And, you know, by spending time on, you know, interviews like this and, you know, the other things that you do, it gets the word out there. And, you know, you pretty much good all by yourself. So you imagine, you know, you kind of like team up with that kind of, with those kind of artists. And
that's the goal, you know, that's the goal. And then also just, doing what you do and just putting in the work as well, whatever it is, even music or like, you know, doctors, that you just be good at what you do, be productive and just do a good job, do a really good job of it. I think that's important.
I really do think it is. Listen, Iffy, we have run out of time, you know.
Oh my gosh, wow.
I think we barely scratched the tip of the iceberg, you know. Yeah,
it's been such a blast. Thank you for having me, DJ Val, and for the opportunity.
It's really been an education, and I'd like to know, you know, I'm sure there's been some highs and lows on this little journey of yours to get here, and it would be great to be able to unpick that maybe a little bit later on, and you know, definitely have you back as a guest a bit later on. But you know, if you're happy to come back, we're more than happy to have you.
Oh my God, love to be back. An honest blast, and I can't wait.
Just a little bundle of energy. Now I see where that, you know, how you could be this kind of like really energetic person live on stage, and I really wish you all the best, right, with the new project.
You too. Thank you for having me, DJ Val, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope to catch up. Drop me a message on Insta, and more than happy to. Just
quick shout out your socials as well, because I ran it across the screen, but I realized that it's a radio show as well. I always forget, right? It is a radio show, so just shout out your socials and how people can reach out to you as well, please.
That's cool. Well, thank you for tuning in, everyone. I mean, my socials are, I'll spell out my name: I for Indigo, F for Freddy, Y for Yankee, Iffy, and then my name, Iwobi, Iffy Iwobi, and that you type that in and you find all my socials. Iffy Iwobi Music on Twitter, Iffy Iwobi on Instagram, YouTube.
That you see, when you got a name like, so you got to copyright your name now to make sure that nobody else decides to.
We got to get on to that.
I always say that, you know, when you got a unique name like that, because someone else could just decide to say, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be Iffy Iwobi, right? And then it's like confusion. But, you know, trademark it.
Oh gosh, giving us an education. Yeah.
Listen, Iffy, we've got to run to make sure the segment is tight and everything like that. But thank you so much for taking the time out. I really appreciate you. All the best. Identity is out on the 30th of June. Go and stream it, people. You are going to be blessed. I guarantee it. Iffy, take good care. Thanks so much for joining the Soul Food Show today. See you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, I'm Nina Taylor. Here's this week's gospel news. Luther Barnes is an award-winning gospel singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, producer, arranger, and choir director. During his long career, he has led a number of groups and released more than 30 albums. An inductee into the International Gospel Music Hall of Fame, Barnes is senior pastor at the Restoration Worship Center and the director of its choir. Barnes was born in North Carolina in 1954, one of 4 sons of the late pastor and gospel musician Bishop Faircloth C. Barnes, and part of a large extended family comprised of numerous musicians and vocalists. The younger Barnes attended the Nash Rocky Mount school system and began performing professionally at the age of 9 when he joined a group founded by his father called the Barnes Juniors. After graduating high school, he became a lead singer of the successful gospel quartet, the Sunset Jubilaires, who went on to score a long string of gospel hits, beginning with their debut album, 1983's God Gave Us All He Had. He pursued and attained a degree in music education from St. Augustine's College in Raleigh, North Carolina, and in 1985 formed the Red Bud Gospel Choir while retaining his membership in the Sunset Jubilaires. While both groups have been successful, it was the latter who broke through consistently with charting hit singles such as I'm Still Holding On, So Satisfied, Spirit, Fall Fresh, The Other Shore, Somehow, Some Way, and Matter How High I Get. Both of Barnes' groups eventually became award-winning recording artists and performers who coexisted for more than 25 years. Among the Sunset Jubilaires' most prominent recordings are the 1985 album Oh My Lord and 1993's Enjoying Jesus and 2000's Wherever I Go. The legacy of Juneteenth. On Freedom's Eve, or the eve of January 1st, 1863, the first watch night service took place. On that night, enslaved and free African Americans gathered in churches and private homes all across the country, awaiting the news that the Emancipation Proclamation had taken effect. At the stroke of midnight, prayers were answered as all enslaved people in the Confederate States were declared legally free. Union soldiers, many of whom were black, marched onto plantations and across the cities in the South, reading small copies of the Emancipation Proclamation, spreading the news of freedom in Confederate states. But not everyone in Confederate territory would immediately be free. Even though the Emancipation Proclamation was made effective in 1863, it could not be implemented in places still under Confederate control. As a result, in the westernmost Confederate state of Texas, enslaved people would not be free until much later. Freedom finally came on June 19, 1865, when some 2,000 Union troops arrived in Galveston Bay, Texas. The Army announced that more than 250,000 enslaved black people in the state were free by executive decree. This came to be known as Juneteenth by the newly freed people in Texas. Juneteenth marks our country's second Independence Day, although it has been celebrated in the African American community. This monumental event still remains largely unknown to most Americans. Let's continue on with our 2023 Stellar nominees. We left off at category 19, Music Video of the Year. The nominees are Goodness of God, Jesus featuring Leandria Johnson, Mr. McClure, Michael McClure, Positive by James Earl, Special Event Album of the Year, Christmas at Our House, Teddy and Tina Campbell, Kingdom Business, Season 1 Soundtrack, Kingdom Business, TD Jakes presents Finally Loosed, Various Artists, The Urban Hymnal, Tennessee State University Marching Band, Kiara Sheard Kelly, Sir the Baptist, and the Tennessee State University Band. Rap Hip Hop Gospel Album of the Year. The nominees are As I Am, 1K Few, Church Clothes for Lecrae, He's Been Good, Ms. Tiffany, and Us Against the World, God Over Money. Quartet of the Year. Keith Wonderboy Johnson, Restructure. The Christian Brothers, He Rewrote My Story. The Hawkins Boys, Vanquish. And the Williams Singers, Quartagus. Well, that's our partial list of our stellar nominees, our legacy on the holiday of Juneteenth, and your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor. Let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
new music from around the world.
Brand new sound for radio.
New music. Your essential guide to the hottest new music.
3HP Records presents Marjane, Can't Nobody. It's the remix featuring IQ, Big Box. Yo, let's go, come on.
It's my pleasure, Lord, to be you. Yeah. It's nothing in this world that I want you. Yeah. And Lord, I thank you for loving me, creating me, breathing life in me. Yeah. You give me no life, no joy, no hope. Now I'm free. Can't nobody do me like that. Can't nobody do me like that.
DJ Val, playing music for your mind, body, and soul. DJ Val, playing the very best in gospel's finest and rarest grooves this side of the Mississippi.
Hey everyone, it's Keandra Lockett here, and you are listening to the Soul Food Gospel Show with DJ Val.
You hold me close, never let me go. It's alright, it's alright. It's your love I want more. That's what I'm created for.
Just realized I think I've made myself a little bit of a difficulty actually with something a little bit earlier on. I want to give shouts going out there to Iffy Iwobi. What a great guest, man. Now, that's the kind of guest I like. Thanks going out there to Bim Black Douglas Media. Full of energy.
Can't nobody. So can I ask you something personal? Do you understand God's purpose for your life?
I mean, you have to understand. If in doubt, right, go over to her website, Iffy Iwobi, right? Go to her website, have a look. The first thing she's got on there is she's working with the Royal Air Force, right? The Royal Air Force Orchestra, right? Norfolk.
Come on.
And then you see her producing music that is just so upfront, so delicious. Absolute bang. God bless you as you continue to push the boundaries of everything that you've learned. Well done, Iffy. Thank you so much for gracing us and showing us your talents and your skills. I learned something, right? A composer and arranger are two different things. If you knew it already, God bless you. I didn't, so I've learned something new. Q-Time Chords tells me we are well into the second half. We have one more half left to go. This is a show of three halves, remember that. Station identification tells you are logged into none other than the original, and some call it by far the very, very best soul food show out there. Alongside your boy DJ Val, alongside Rag Radio, HOD Radio, the Mighty Mighty Soul FM, and others. Let's get out to Christ Like. Thank you so much for all your kind words. I can't wait to get to the Americas and come over there and see all of you and the whole family. God bless you. You've been so kind. Sounds of Miss Marjane. Word on the street is she will be joining us at some point later on in the year. That one's featuring Big Box, IQ, and it's Can't Nobody the remix. Go stream that one, go and download it. It's available in all your usual shops and candy stores and all the good places that you purvey and enjoy great gospel music. Kojo Dave in the building. This one's called Secret Place.
Even though I walk through the valley.
DJ Val, playing music for your mind, body, and
fire upon my enemies, Lord, send fire upon my enemies, Weapon is drawn, curses aiming at me. So I keep them Bible verses on me. Holy Ghost. on me, verses on me. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
As we proceed to give you what you really need, I want to thank all the team over at soulfoodgospelradio.live. They help us work hard to produce great shows and great content that can go out around the whole wide world. And I would say this, if you are an artist, maybe you're an Iffy Iwobi out there and you got some great music, why don't you reach out to us at soulfoodoffice@gmail.com. That is soulfoodoffice@gmail.com to send in your musical submission. I guarantee you, no matter how much they are, how much comes in, we do listen to every single track. That's our guarantee. So you're not sending it to a faceless email. It comes into the studio, and between myself and some of the other guys here, we do listen to your music, many of which does make it to our general rotation. So congratulations. If you want something more premium, reach out to us at soulfoodoffice@gmail.com and see how we can make sure that your music is placed in the right places and heard by the right ears.
Curses aiming at me, aiming at me. So I keep them Bible verses on me.
Shouts going out to DJ Jide. We call him the architect of modern radio. He is the Supremo, the capo of Salt FM UK. God bless you, my brother. Thank you so much indeed for your support. Runs a great show actually out there if you ever get a chance to listen to Rhythm Divine. Great show. But we got to move on. I wanted to do this guy. I heard this guy on eBay Giant Killer's show a few weeks back. He goes by the name of Vontae Grace. I just loved his story, loved his conversion, and I love his music.
Man's been sleeping, innit? Arise from your slumber.
I've been sleeping, why the enemy been creeping? I'm back on the wall, so I'm preaching evangelistic teaching. What you know about Ephesians 1 teaching? In the heavenly realms I'm seated. Say anything under me get defeated, even my sins get deleted. I'm a new man, tell him again I'm a new man. Baptism in fire, no suntan. Now I look at my hands and I say, you man, I don't really know about you man. I'm trying to be like David, not Santan. I don't want to know. Coach me, Lord coach me like Carter. I've been slacking, I'm trying to go harder. Long distance away from the Father, I need you more like Mara. Oh Lord, I'm trying to reflect the Father. Baptism in fire, no lava. Oh Lord, you know I'm back like Carla. I was hiding like Osama. Now I'm back in the back like Obama. Man so sick like a farmer. I'm really back round the word, no karma. Devil don't want no drama. Mold me into an evangelist. Lord, can I really handle this? And your plan for this? Generations run for this, so I gotta take a stand for this. I've been sleeping, while the enemy been creeping. Now I'm back on my roots, I'm preaching evangelistic teaching.
Hi, this is Barbara Smooth Worship Kelly of Camden, New Jersey, and you're listening to The Soul Food Show with your host DJ Val on Ruach Radio.
Now I look at my hands and I see fire like Lucan. You man, I don't really know about you man. I'm trying to be like.
Gotta give shouts going out to Barbara Smooth Worship Kelly, all the way from Camden, New Jersey, currently residing in LA.
Can't deceive me, my Lord freed me.
There are so many people. If I hit America, man, I'd be going from state to state to state to state to state to state to state. And that's just to meet these wonderful people that do this great job of producing music, running radio stations, celebrating nasty. Shouts going out there to Sister Izzy on the mic, y'all. So a bag an award somewhere. Talking of awards, right? I can talk about it now. They said I can't talk about it. I want to talk about it. So talking about awards, right? I'm up for so we're up for the Praise Factor Awards. We're going to put it on the website. I spoke to the guys at the website. We're going to put all of the, so it's going to be a one-stop catch-all. You can just go to the website and then you can just vote, right? So shouts going out to the team at WPGN in Atlanta. We're on the award slots there. Shouts going out there to the GX Awards over here in the UK. And last but not least, I think it's the AG Antigua and Barbuda Music Awards. Shouts going out there to Apostle Stenshaw Cornelius. I got the email to say that I'm in the vote as well. That is absolutely awesome. I'm in 3 continents trying to win. Jesus, I just measured that up, man. 3 continents, right? To God be the glory. That is all I can say, man. Are we slipping into high gear? I'd like to think so, right?
Give it all today.
A little bit of Rufus Johnson.
In the way, 'cause all my sins have been erased, yeah. So I ain't got no time to wait.
I don't know if we are actually. Hold on.
Didn't have to take my place. Full of mercy, full of grace. Now I don't have to plead my case. Yeah. Don't have to worry 'cause I'm safe. I'm safe in you. I don't need nothing in this world as long as I got you. I got a savior. There is no one better than you. I don't need no one else. Give me my savior. Heaven and earth pass away, but every word you say remains. 'Cause you're so faithful, you're so true. Because of your love, you're my Lord and Savior. No, the world can be so crazy. I know somebody who can take nothing and put it in its place. Yeah, we don't deserve it, it's His grace. Yeah, He picks me up when I'm down. He's there when no one is around. I like myself when I'm drowning. He took my frown down.
As I'd like to say, I've gained the ability to run multiple futures. I just did something that the guys at that work on the show order would not be too happy with. But I wanted to make sure that I could get into high gear, and that was my challenge. I didn't have any high gear music coming up, and it might have been one of those shows that we don't get chance. And the reason why we like to do high gear songs is because we are celebrating 10 years of being on the radio, along with Ruach Radio as well. And one of the foundation things about the Soul Food Show was we were really soulful, and we used to go into high gear. That's where we play some super smooth music that you can sit back and relax to, and and of course Outside Frankie Knuckles, thank you so much indeed. I saw your comments. Thank you so much indeed. Glad you are indeed enjoying the show. I'm enjoying it as well. Yes, I am enjoying the show very much. Thank you for asking. Outside the fourth official, how are we doing out there? We are in the upward arc of the shot, which means there can be no foul actually in the upward arc of the shot.
I don't need nothing in this world as long as I got you. I got a savior. There is no one better than you. I don't need no one else. Give me my savior. Heaven and earth could pass away, but every word you say remains. 'Cause you're so faithful, you're so true. Because of your love, you're my Lord and Savior.
I was driving along and I heard this song.
I tried a million ways to show you my
Mr. Marizu Ikechi, Shebi, you know I love you.
I tried a million ways to show you my affection. I tried in every way to sever every tension. I do not count your wrongs. I see no imperfection.
I might rewind this one, you know. Just warning you guys now.
Oh yeah. Should be you know I love you. Be you know I care. Should be you know I told you that I will always be there. Should be you know I love you. Be you know I care.
you find your significant other and you're right beside them,
to show you my affection,
I want you to look them in the eyes and tell them, Shebi, you know I love you.
I tried a million ways to show you my affection. I tried in every way to sever every tension. I did not count your wrongs. I see no imperfection.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Shebi, you know I love you. Be, you know I care. Shebi, you know I told you that I will always be there. Shebi, you know I love you. Be, you know I care. Oh, my love won't go away. My love won't go away. My love is here to stay. My love is here to stay. My love will never change. My love will never change. Forever be the same. Forever be. Shebi, you know I love you. Shebi, you know I love
Shebi, you know I love you too, and I'll put nothing above you too. Nothing, not height, no depth, no created thing can take me away from you. And I will run from you. No, I won't hide from you. And my love won't die, and it will remain forever true. When I'm alone and I'm down and my heart feels lonely, I know you'll never leave me. Yeah.
I know you're faithful and so true. Every time you always come through, yeah. I will always put my trust in you, 'cause you're so true, so true, so true. Shebi, you know I love you. Be, you know I care. Shebi, you know I told you that I will always be there. Shebi, you know I love you. Be, you know I care. My love won't go away. My love won't go away. My love is here.
It's interesting.
My love is here.
I'll tell you what I was looking at, right? I was trying to look up for the translation of what Shebi means, because he says, Shebi, you know I love you, right?
Forever be the same. Forever be. Shebi, you know I love
And I don't think this I don't think that translation is right. Shebi says, isn't it true? Is it not true? Isn't it true? Not too sure if that's right. I think that's a... And it says it's not a Yoruba word. It's a Yoruba word. I know it's a Yoruba word. Let's do some Simona Whitehead while we debate about what Shebi means, because my heart is just singing this evening.
Love always fights for me. With all my sins, you still died for me. They don't know, they just don't know how I love you. Hey, your love never ever runs out on me. When I go astray, you still stay faithful and true.
Ooh, I like this one.
Sing to you, you make my heart sing. Oh Lord, you are the key. Oh Lord, you have the key. Oh Lord, you're my song in the storm, and you keep me strong. And I sing for you. Nobody can do what you can do. You've been so good to me.
Sit back
Never stop
and
fighting.
enjoy the ride.
You're my strong tower. With all my tears, a comforter. You make me brave. I'll sing your praise, Lord. I love you with all my heart, with all of my mind, with all of my soul. How I love you, oh Lord, oh much if you only knew. Don't stop fighting for me. Yes, Lord, I love you so much.
Hi, this is Barbara Smooth Worship Kelly of Camden, New Jersey.
Hi, this is Singer Songwriter Service, and you're listening to DJ Val on Soul Food
When I wanted to give up, he wouldn't let me go. He was right there.
Hi, it's your girl, Precious Emmanuel, and you're listening to Soul Food Gospel
When I had no hope.
music for your soul and your
When my
mind.
back was against the ropes. He held my hand. He pulled me through.
All I can tell you is that they don't make them like this anymore. Well, they do actually.
He gave me a
Shouts going out to Miss Simona Whitehead. Absolutely love this joint, right? I tell you, I am so fortunate to be able to play such great music on the wireless, week in and week out, uninterrupted and undisturbed. I thank God every day for being able to do this. You don't understand.
Don't stop
We are, we're still good. I can still see we've got a few more minutes left on the old clock. And
Told me you can make it.
as we said, this is the high gear selection where I play some soulful sounding gospel music. Shouts going out to Chris from the Double G's. I love that show as well. Get Connected. It's a show that we can't enjoy anymore, but I still love it all the same. Sliding over to Miss Kike. This one called, it's called There Are No Chains That Remain. It's a long title, so why don't we just call it Chains?
So great is thy faithfulness toward me. Every day and night you cover me. 3 a.m. when I had a revelation. Your time will come, but you just gotta be patient. I know it feels like you're forever waiting. Your hard work and your drive won't go in vain. And you need to wait and pray a little more. So I sing this song 'cause I need you to know you're breaking chains. You're breaking chains. You're breaking chains. You're the one to break the chains. Break the chains. They always seem to talk about my purpose. If I'm honest, that just makes me a little nervous. But I know it's about more than how I feel. But to be the chain breaker, oh, they're big shoes to fill. I need to wait and pray a little more. So I sing this to myself 'cause I need to know I'm breaking chains. I'm breaking chains. I'm breaking chains. I'm the one to break the chains. Break the chains. Chains. and he will show you which path to take. Yeah. Seek his will in all you do.
Hey, we've reached a really important part in our show where we offer you out there the opportunity to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. And I always say, if there's no other reasons why we do it over here at Soul Food Gospel. We're doing our best to find every way possible for you to be saved and for you to make heaven. So if you're out there, I'd just like you to repeat this prayer after me. And then I'll redirect you to some resources at my home church, which you know by now is Ruach City Church. So repeat after me. Thank you, Lord, for loving me. Thank you, Jesus, for dying on the cross for me. I believe that you are the Son of God and that you died and rose again to remove all of my sins, past, present, and future. I was a sinner, but now I really want to be born again. Lord, send your Holy Spirit into my heart to help me to stop sinning. I have believed in my heart. I made a confession out of my mouth. And on that confession, on this day, I am now saved in Jesus' name. Congratulations, congratulations. Welcome, 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 welcome once again to the family of God. You made it. Remember, if you so it's good that you're in, right? Now we just need to make sure that you continue in that good faith. I'm going to redirect you to my home church, which you know by now, as I said before, is Ruach City Church. So go over to www.ruachcitychurch.org/new-believer, which is you for today and today only. And a member of our discipleship care team is going to reach out to you today. Of course, me, DJ Val, I would love to know that you've made this decision. So do reach out to the guys over here at soulfoodgospelradio.live, at soulfoodoffice@gmail.com. That's soulfoodoffice, all one word, @gmail.com. You can email me. Alternatively, why don't you hit me up on the also secret WhatsApp number? I would love to hear of your salvation stories, of your conversion stories, your Damascus Road stories, however it is that you got here. We're just so glad that you've accepted Jesus Christ, and welcome, welcome, welcome to the family of God. If you did make that decision, please do contact my home church, Ruach City Church, and as the other DJ Raul said, a member of the discipleship team will be there to assist you on your journey. That's the reason why we're here. We're hoping to snatch people back from the mouth of the devil, right?
Without you, Lord, I can do nothing. You're the source of my life. It's to you that I'm plugging. I'm hungry for the word, bread I'm munching. Yamming daily bread like it's dumpling. Can't seek in your face be the major key for your man up to fall like a bakery. You show me the way, no A to Z.
Okay, I've just done something very, very clever. Want to give props again out there to Miss Bisola. She's got a fantastic track. Even track, in fact, that is, I know is going to go straight to #1 on every single gospel chart that's out there and possibly anywhere else as well. Shouts going out there to her.
Children be calling, fill us up now so we can preach to all things. The Holy Ghost flowing.
Shouts going out to the 4th official. We wish you a very, very great trip and have a great time. I will do my best to behave. Remember, all roads lead to Ruach City Church. That is the 2nd of July. Doors open 6:30 p.m. at our Kilburn location. So all other locations, regular service as normal, but we're having a very, very special service to celebrate my bishop, Bishop John Anthony Francis. 40 years in ministry, 25 years of being a bishop.
Please pour on me, let your oil fall down from my head to my feet. Let your oil fall down.
That's absolutely awesome, right? That's
souls that are down.
I think that is it's worthy for you to come out and pray. So you may well listen to Ruach Radio, and maybe you've never ever met our bishop before because you're listening from wherever. Why don't you come on down? I would love to be able to meet some of you Ruach Radio listeners, Soul Food Gospel Radio listeners, anybody that's picking us out there on you could be in the Americas and you think to yourself, I'm going to fly in actually just to be there. I am going to be out and about. I am reporting live at the event. I'm going to be catching interviews, not just with congregation members, but all the wonderful people that have been invited as very, very special guests. There is a few surprises apparently. My lips are sealed because I'm not going to tell you who. I wouldn't tell you that Fred Hammond's going to be there because Fred Hammond's not going to be there, right? Or Bishop Jakes because he's not going to be there. Or is he? We have come to, we're going to have to sign out, right? We're going to have to sign out. It's a brand new spanking track, as I said, by Miss Bisola.
Time for some real talk. Listen. Hi, this is singer-songwriter Bisola, and you're listening to DJ Val on Soul Food Gospel.
So I've got to say this. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you to my guest. Wasn't she absolutely wonderful? Miss Iffy Iwobi. Go check her out on all her socials. And that track releases on the 30th of June, 2023.
Back, that's for sure.
Thank you so much to all my contributors and collaborators. Everybody that jumped on the live stream and said hi and hello.
I've done the math you didn't make.
Cool, if you're hiding behind the privacy glass, you can keep on hiding, but thank you all the same. I better say this because I really got to go. I know the devil is a liar. Gotta say this, right? Gotta say this. If you do need to stay at home, stay at home. Of course, if you do need to go out, be safe. But most importantly, do not lose your faith in Christ Jesus. I've had an absolute blast. Remember to follow us on all of our socials. And of course, you can check out the replay of this show live at Soul Food Gospel on YouTube. Adios, sayonara, arrivederci, I am gone.
Been on with pure velocity. I know the devil is a liar. Your time's up fighting fire with fire. Standing my ground with higher power. Oh, I know the devil is a liar. I'm gonna let go, let my new begin. Fighting the center, the meaning of everything. I'm learning to be so much more comfortable in my skin. Now I've been found by the one who truly loves me. You own the blame game and you're always looking for faults. Not gonna play no more, I'm shaking you off. Meant every word when I said enough's enough. No joke, I'm taking off. I'll be gone so fast you'll only see my dust. I know the devil is a liar. Oh, the time's on fighting fire with fire. Standing my ground with higher power. I know the devil is a liar. I know the devil is a liar. Your time's on fighting fire with fire. Standing my ground with higher power. I know the devil is a liar.
Your
Serving you the very best in gospel and more. This is